Viewer discretion is advised.
I tell them run away from this shit. You ain't gotta be from a gang to be quote unquote real or like seen as a hard, tough guy and all that. You can just be a man and do that.
Mandate.
Welcome to Mandate, where we navigate fresh perspectives and nothing is off the table. Tonight's guest is not from Aotearoa, New Zealand. He's actually from the US of A, California, Los Angeles, from Inglewood. He is a hip-hop and rap music artist, and you'll recognize him by his songs like Devotion. You also have Whole Vibe, Sitting in the Bank, just to name a few. So please put your hands together for another son of the Kingdom of Tonga, the Tokuua, Young Go!
Man, appreciate it. That was a hell of an introduction, bro. Appreciate that.
Man. Maru, Lele Toko, thank you so much for coming up,
Man,
coming in tonight. And so we appreciate it. The brothers and I really appreciate your time. I know you're a very busy man. So I thought just to start the ball rolling, Toko, because you're here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So if you can tell us a little bit as to why you're here, but also is there anything that you can share about any up-and-coming events or anything that's in the pipelines for you?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm out here because of the Homeland Festivals that's being thrown on Saturday. If y'all ain't got no tickets yet, well, this probably going to air after, so. But, yeah, I'm out here because of the Homeland Festivals thrown by our good peoples out here in New Zealand. You know, me and the team, first time leaving the States, first time getting a passport, first time everything right now. So we just soaking it all in, man, and enjoying it as we go, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Thank you for plugging in for the Homeland Festival,
right,
as well. And so obviously there's several other artists from the States as well who are kind of lining up and acts on the actual event. But Doko, you mentioned first time flying out of the US of A.
Yeah.
If you can tell us or elaborate as to why the first time.
First time, you know, obviously criminal background. You know what I'm saying. Had to wait a little bit to get the passport and be cleared to leave the country. But it wasn't even a thought, you know what I'm saying? I was just so, growing up out there, you just confined into like a few blocks and shit. You know, you don't really think outside of your city and shit, you know what I mean? You kind of just stuck in that zone right there. So I never really, you know, thought about flying anywhere. I didn't jump on a plane until I was like, probably like 21, you know what I'm saying? The first time jumping on a plane. And that was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically it. But you know, now I'm here, man. Got my passport, I got my visa. So yeah, I'm in motion, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Because you are from Inglewood, and I know a lot of our Tongan community, or even Samoan community, they represent. Oh man, my cousins from Inglewood.
Right.
You know, like a lot of cousins from out there, and obviously with the gangs and the TCGs.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of my good friends. You know, oh man, who are Tongan descent, say, hey, TCG represent Inglewood.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. And so for if you can paint a picture for us, because a lot of our people here, oh man, that's the real gangster way, man. That's how it is in the States. But if you can paint a real picture in terms of our poly people who are actually in the States, in Inglewood, Long Beach, whatever it is, if you can paint a picture for our youngins here and also our old folks here as well.
Right. Yeah, like the gang culture?
Yeah, the gang culture or anything
like,
about Inglewood or...
I mean, basically the gang culture was like, you know, the Tokos and the Usos that came to the States long ago, 60s and the 70s and stuff. They eventually ran into, you know, the street gangs out there growing up. They from the island, but they grew up in a whole nother habitat, which is Los Angeles, California, you know what I'm saying, where every race basically over there is shaped with gangs, you know what I'm saying, to protect their blocks and protect their communities and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they had no other choice but to like form up their own shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the same as me and my community, like in Inglewood, like they just had to adapt the gang culture, you know what I'm saying? Because that was just the only means of surviving, I guess. Growing up as you know, young men out there and shit, and women too, but You know what I'm saying? They adapted that gang lifestyle and it was accepted. You know, that's the key part too, is like, you know, with the street politics is really deep and shit. Like, you really gotta be from LA to really know shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll try to explain it to somebody, but that shit will go over their head because it'll sound like fucking, you know what I'm saying? It'll sound like you talking in Chinese or something because it's just so, you know, conflicted and confusing and deep-rooted and shit over there with the politics and all that. But one thing for sure, like, the Polynesian gangs over there were stamped, you know what I'm saying? It was stamped by the bigger official gangs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the hood, like, you know, the hood where I became from, it was stamped by a OG Crip gang hood, you know what I'm saying? A black gang, you know what I'm saying? A black Crip gang hood. They stamped us. So, you know, the streets looked at that like they were official, and it's been like that since the 70s, you know what I'm saying? And on and so forth, like dudes in Long Beach, same thing that went on in their community where, you know what I'm saying? The same thing. Carson, Compton, all over there. So that's a real gang insight of, like, you know, how deep rooted and why people take it so seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, over the generations and the generations of, you know, quote unquote, the homies and all that. You know what I'm saying? People done bled, people done did hard time, people, all that. So, you know, that's why the gang culture runs so deep in LA. And that's why dudes from LA that come out here carry themselves that way, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's appealing, though. That's what it is. It's appealing to, like, the world. You know what I'm saying? They fascinated with the look, the lifestyle, and all that. You know, it was glamorized through Hollywood and, you know what I'm saying, the music, the West Coast hip-hop scene, you know, took off. And obviously, you know, it reached all around the world, including here. It's a big influence. I already know it over here and shit, but, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's basically like just a little insight of a backtrack history of, you know, the gang culture with the Polynesian community back home and shit, you know. But yeah.
Oh man. It's interesting, Toko, because you're right. It has been glamorized here in New Zealand. A lot of our youngins, and even back in my days, you know, back in the 90s and the
Right.
2000s, you know, and you know, obviously when Colours came out, you know, oh man, everyone wanted to be a gangster and all that kind of stuff. But it is kind of quite glamorized, even more so now. Our young polys are kind of starting their own gangs and so forth, or patch gang members.
Right.
But what are your thoughts? Because it'd be interesting to hear from you. Because you've been part of it. You're in it. You've seen it. You've lived it. You breathe the gang culture. So you know what it's like. For you to kind of speak to some of our youngins and say, "Man, I want to be in the Crook gang. I want to be in the Bloods, whatever." But what are your thoughts in terms of?
Yeah. So to me, it's like I'm the complete opposite of the dudes that recruited me on. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, like dudes, like it was rough. You know, especially like the time I grew up in. The early 2000s and the 90s, 80s was a different time. You know what I'm saying? People were serious out here. It wasn't no Instagram where it's a look cool thing or none of that, bro. So like, you know, like that's how I got courted in, was like older homies would steady pressure me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, bro? Like, what you doing? Like, we gonna put you on the hood, nigga. You keep coming around and shit. And you know, I kept coming around, got put on. But you know, I look at it when me and my outlet now to the younger people, it's like the whole total opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? I tell them run away from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta be from a gang to be quote unquote real or none of that shit. Or like seen as a hard, tough guy and all that. You could just be a man and do that. You know what I'm saying? Be your own man and you know what I'm saying? You just do you, bro. Like, that's what a real man do, is step on 10 toes and stand on their business and take care of their family and stuff. So, but obviously, you know, there's other kids that come up in different situations. You know what I mean? Where it's just like they can't run away from it. You know, it's just you know, it was a fucked up situation to where, you know, eventually they make a decision to start gangbanging and all that, and, you know, go down that spiral in life and shit. But for the most part, I feel like most kids have a choice, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I did too, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like, it was hard for me and all that, but eventually it comes down to like, your choices in your life that you make that determine the outcome of what you're doing now, you know what I'm saying? And what you about to become and what's the your future and all that. But damn, I got sidetracked. What was I saying?
It's good, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like the kids, for the most part, are in the fortunate situation where they can be, you know, mindful of choices they make and shit. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, going through that shit, you know, like all the bullshit that come with it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want nobody that I know, like a young Thucker or young Uso, that I know to go through them traumas and pains that I went through. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to lead them the other way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stay in school. If you're doing football, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You studying, you going to school, do that. You know what I'm saying? If you got an entrepreneur mind, you know what I'm saying, where it feel like you don't necessarily need school because you just gifted business savvy wise, you know, starting your own business, construction, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do that. You ain't gotta pick a career of crime and shit, because ain't nothing over there. You know what I mean? It's a dead end, man. If you're lucky enough to find your way, to try to find your way back, then, you know what I'm saying, you blessed. But yeah, it's only two outcomes, and everybody know what it is in the streets and shit. You know, it's just you dead or you going to jail. That's it. So yeah, do something productive with your life. You know.
Yeah, man.
Do something productive. Make your family proud, man. That's real gangster to me now. That's my look at life now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
It's good, man. Cool.
Sure, brother. Because you're right. Like 90s, early 2000s, Hollywood really glamorized that stuff for us.
Yeah.
And even though it was glamorized, a lot of our people, especially what we call our hood, low socio economic areas,
right,
and
low
there was
income,
low income, big pockets of it. They really related to that stuff.
right.
And so now it's probably not as extreme as it is over there, but things be popping off over here too, and it's because this is our young people's realities, and you spoke on that, like, man, sometimes there's young ones that have a choice, and then there's others unfortunate, and they feel like this path was chosen for them. But hearing from you also and where you're at now, like, everyone still has a choice. Right. Even though I was just speaking to someone today who's 501, they're the ones get sent back from Australia that were born here but grew up over in Australia, but when they commit a crime, they get deported back.
Right, deportees.
And he's trying to change his life. And so we spoke about choices. Like, there's only two outcomes. Like, you're either gonna be rewarded for the good choices you make, or you're gonna suffer the consequences. And so now he's suffering the consequence of some of the choices he made, but he wants to push forward, and but it's hard. And just hearing just what you've shared, and hopefully our young people that do tune in to see a snippet or hear the podcast can like really be empowered that, man, there's a different pathway for me. And like, I can choose. It might be hard because sometimes the good choices are the hardest choices, because some of the other way, like the quick fixes, it's, you know, you want the, it's easy. You'd rather take the risk of surviving and having the risk to go to jail, because if you want what everyone else has got, but in the long run, man, it catches up with you. Always,
it's nothing there.
Yeah.
Man. It's not. It's a life of pain and sorrow and sad. It's a sad life, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a millionaire in jail. You still in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not free, bro. So
it's cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned that younger, because a lot of our young people, like, man, it is, because it has been glamorized for many years. Like,
Right.
man, I want to be a gangster, I want to do this and that. And sometimes people, you hear that kind of, that saying, yeah, you're a product of your environment. And some people, and sadly, for some folks, they can't get out of that because they've grown up in a family or kainga or a familia or ainga or whānau that is heavily involved in the gangs.
right.
And so it's hard for them to kind of leave
A lot
that,
of
but also,
times
yeah.
it's like with families too is a big thing. Like sometimes it's the family that's just how they do it. Like it's generations of that family just been breeding nothing but gangbangers and shit. And you know, sometimes, a lot of times it's the family fault too and shit for letting that shit keep happening and all that. But yeah. There'll be people with the worst circumstances that still flip that shit and turn it into a great positive. So there really ain't no excuse though. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody do really got a choice of the decisions you make in your life and shit, you know? And yeah, I advise y'all to do that, do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Do the right thing, man. Kids, listen to your mama, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your mama or your pops. They ain't gonna stray you and shit. But yeah.
So what was the switch for you? What made you wanna?
Man, just tired of fucking going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Tired of going to jail, almost dying and shit. You know, near death experiences and all that. Fucking being in jail, locked inside of a cage 23 hours of the day and shit. You know, treated like a fucking dog and you know what I'm saying, just an animal caged up, you know. And then but you know, it was always hip hop was always the outlet, you know what I'm saying. Music in general was always the outlet of, like, you know, just channeling some of the frustrations and pain and all sorrows and the happy shit, everything you could just put it into, like, you know, words, you know what I'm saying, creating lyrics. And I mean, that was my outlet, you know what I'm saying? So I always had a belief in myself as far as music and shit. And I knew that you know, when I was fucking up, like, damn, I'm just throwing that shit away, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, what God blessed me with, you know what I'm saying? Just throwing it away, like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Finally came home from jail one year and was like, I ain't going back. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to just try to, you know, walk the straight and narrow as best as I can. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, especially when you coming from that background. There's always, you know what I'm saying? There's always, what's that word? Temptations. You know what I'm saying? There's always temptations everywhere you look. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, strong mind and discipline and really believing in the idea that you have in your head that it can become true and shit, you know what I'm saying? Believing in yourself and shit, you know what I'm saying? Surrounding yourself with the right people, that's very important, you know what I'm saying? It's who you around too, you know what I mean? You hang around criminals all day, guess what you gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Hang around millionaires all day, then that's probably gonna spark you to be like them, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's very important that you surround yourself with the right peoples and shit. But yeah. In my case, like, yeah, I was very fortunate in that matter, you know what I mean? Coming home was like, fuck that, I'm gonna go really all out with my music shit, you know what I'm saying? Put everything I got in that mud, like, speak my truth, really, and just put it out into the world. See how they receive it, you know what I'm saying? And lucky and blessed enough to where, you know, a lot of people received it, you know what I'm saying? They really took heed of everything that I was saying and my music. They really fuck with me. So, yeah, that's where we at. That's where we at now and shit. Yeah.
So that's me. And did you ever think in your wildest dreams that you'll be on the other side of the world, playing your music?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. The first time, like, obviously the internet nowadays, you can't miss nothing. Everything is right there in your palm. So, yeah, when I seen people playing my stuff over here, like back in the islands and everywhere else around the world, it's just a crazy feeling. It's like, damn, you just feel a feeling of like accomplishment. You just feel proud of yourself, but then also like what it took to, get to that point and all that. But yeah, man, in my wildest dreams though, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy for real.
And we're glad you're here, Toko, because you talked about earlier on about changing your life, and people can have the opportunity to change their lives and having a choice. And you have, Toko, you're living proof that, hey, even in the midst of adversity, that you can change your life around and do some positive stuff. And you're actually doing some cool stuff with your music. And obviously you're traveling now. But also just wanted to ask, was music always in the family? Was it something that you grew up with, or was it always something that, because I know a lot of Tongans are real good at music, singers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right. So was it part of your family as well? Was it the same for you?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. We didn't really, well, not to my knowledge and shit, you know what I mean? But we did grow up in church. You know how that go. Yeah. You grow up, you grow up, you gotta be forced to go be in that choir and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we did grow up like that. So, but as far as like my family, I can't really or touch on one person that was a musician as well. I remember my granddad used to play the banjo and shit. And he had a violin, so I would guess he was musical and shit, but nah, you know what I'm saying? I guess I'm the first. But I might be wrong though, It's probably some musicians in the bloodline somewhere.
Not the sisters at the back as well.
You said what?
They're not singers as well. They're
Do they sing? I don't know. Y'all sing?
So what was it about music in terms of other than like it being an outlet? Oh no, so music was the
right,
I guess, the vehicle for you to really pour your heart into, and And when did you figure out that, oh man, I'm gonna use music to take me further?
I mean, always was in love with music though.
Yeah.
Just like music was an everyday thing, you know what I'm saying? Growing up in a Polynesian household, you grow up from like the morning till nighttime is nothing but, loud music going through the house and shit. Unless granny and mom and them come through tripping. But, music, we grew up off music, and I always was in love with music, like, just the sound of shit, you know what I'm saying? The way people compose music and all that. And then when I started really liking hip hop and just like I just fell in love with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the way rappers put words together and speak about their experiences, and I just thought that one day I was like, maybe I could do that shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, hell yeah, man. Music is life, bro. Basically.
That's me.
Yeah.
Who are your biggest musical influences?
Oh, damn. That's a good one. Damn. It's different with us because we have a strong reggae background too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not just hip hop for us and shit. That's why the young Polynesians now have that emergence of like kind of sounding reggae rap. Is like it's elements of both in the music nowadays and shit. Because of that, we all grew up loving hip hop and reggae. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, man, influences, bro. I gotta say, Lucky Dube. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, Bob Marley was a huge influence. Tupac is a huge influence growing up. And then like later on in life, probably like the latest rapper that influenced me was like Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Like as I was already like a grown man and shit, that was an artist that really influenced me to through his music and shit. Yeah, so what is that, 4? Oh yeah, we'll just keep it at 4.
That's solid.
Mount Rushmore right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Mount Rushmore.
Right.
I gotta have Uncle Bob in there.
Oh yeah.
And Pac, Dipsey Hussle, what a mean squad.
Yeah, man. Because I know you mentioned in I think another article or another interview, Doko, that you were also into gospel as well, gospel music.
Right.
Obviously R&B and hip hop and all that kind of stuff. And I like how you kind of fuse some of those, even the poly elements as well. Because you do have a quite unique style of rapping, a bit of trap, bit of trap kind of sound as well, and you kind of melodic when you're singing it and kind of busting those rhymes. Doko, if you could explain to us with the rap game and our polys, how has it been thus far? Is there kind of like a growth, an increase of more polys? Like, man, actually listening to their own music, or people kind of around the States thinking, man, I love the Polynesian sound.
Man, the Polynesian music scene right now is the greatest it's ever been. You feel me? That's basically where we're at right now. You know, we had our pioneers who put it down back in the 80s and the 90s, which was very few. You know, the real minority of this whole shit. But right now, though, we got a real wave, you know what I'm saying, with these up and coming artists out here that's putting it down for our peoples and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm lucky enough to be a part of that, you know what I mean? And, you know, shout out to everybody that's doing their shit with music and anything, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing videos, if you filming or whatever, like, this is a great time to be a Polynesian, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, we got our own lane, man. Basically, I feel like we've put that much work in now to where it's like you gotta acknowledge that they do got their own lane, you know what I'm saying? Even though we the smallest number of everybody and shit, but we got big impact and shit, you know what I mean? That's one thing about the culture that's real and shit. Like, yeah, you gonna feel it though, you know what I mean? But it's a beautiful thing right now with the Polynesian music scene, man. There's so many dope ass artists, you know what I mean? I don't even want to start naming shit because it's gonna go forever. You know what I mean? Hey, type in Homeland Festivals.
Yo,
you gonna see your great Polynesian artists, you know what I'm saying? Rock out on the stage, come support your own, man. So yeah, it's beautiful with us right now, man.
Yeah, you got me excited, bro. And you know what? We're living such a exciting time to be, you know, especially with the Polynesian community. Right. Last year here in New Zealand, like, we got these big productions that's been happening and showcasing in the mainstream areas. Like, we had the showcase called Pacifica. Man,
right.
You had Palangis coming, white people coming to watch that. They were amazed. We had, have you heard of Sole Mio? They're these opera singers.
Opera singers.
They're all, I think they're all Samoan. Man, but they're selling out in our arenas, and mostly all white people coming to watch them there, and they're feeling that stuff. And I'm excited because we've got more productions coming. We've got choirs, and it's going to the world. Like, it's impacting not just, usually it's just our people going to support our people, right. But now it's
undeniable, bro.
And we've got so many cool stories to tell. And just having you guys come over here is so exciting. Hearing what's happening over there, oh man, can't wait till we pop up. Look, we've got so many Look who's running the WWE at the moment.
Right. Yeah.
It's our Poly brothers.
Roman Reigns and them.
Yeah, the Polys here.
Right, man. It's a good time to be a Polynesian,
Yeah,
bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
And it's cool. It gives our youngins like, man, there's another way.
Right.
Because the other life was so glamorized.
Right.
Now we've got other opportunities because you guys are paving the way.
Yeah.
So keep it up also.
But I feel like you're supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to lay down the groundwork for the next. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come and take that shit even further. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, yeah, some shit that we ain't even thought of. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's really dope. Really dope right now.
Exciting. It's so exciting, Togo. Because when you're talking about obviously when Charles was talking about some of our polys and kind of popping up and just blowing up, I think of back in I'm not too sure if you remember them. I'm pretty sure you would remember them, young girl. The Jets. Do you remember the Jets? Yeah, man. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, they was before I was born, but obviously have some knowledge on the Jets. Hell yeah, man.
Just the Wolfgram family.
Legends.
Yeah, legends.
Legends, man.
Tongan family, just amazing.
From Minnesota, out of all people, like, damn, what the hell? Minnesota. Ain't no Polynesians over there, bro. That shit cold as fuck. Hell yeah. But yeah, out of Minnesota, out of all places, and then just knowing they was Tongan, and you know what I'm saying, chart-topping songs and shit, man. You know what I'm saying, back in the 80s and shit, they really was a thing, you know what I'm saying? Bro, they really were pop culture at that time. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Jets, man, for paving the way, man.
The Wolfgram family. Yeah,
so
you're right.
Look at the latest winner for American Idol.
Oh yeah, Iam. Yeah, I was just tripping over that with my moms, and I'm like, damn, out of all the people in the world, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, a Tongan dude really won American Idol. That's you know what I'm saying? And there's only about 200,000 of them worldwide. That's wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers against that is insane, bro. But this is going to prove that how our people can shine. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny the talent, the music, or whatever we doing. Like, you can't deny it at this point. You know what I'm saying? They got to bring us to the table now too. So. Man, shout out to Iam Tongi too, man. The American Idol.
But he was here. He was here a few last week, 2 weeks ago. He was here at another festival. So yeah, the man's representing the Tongan flag and Tongan people, also Hawaii. So yeah, you're right. There's something that about our brown people, our Polynesian people that are. There's something in the water. I don't know what it is. But what is it? What is it? Because you're in the thick of it. What do you think as to why our poly people are now like, man, music? And also all the other aspects of who we are as a people. What is it? What do you think is this?
It's just us. You know what I'm saying? Everything about us. You know what I'm saying? Our way of life, or the way we love our family, like how, you know what I'm saying, how respectable we are. Like, just us as a group of people, that's shining out and shit. You know what I'm saying? People are finally starting to like take heed of that shit and accept it or whatever. But I just feel like it's that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They really, it's really a light being shone on the Polynesian lifestyle and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just music and shit, not just sports, none of that, because it all it trickles out from our upbringings and shit. This is what brings us into the light. You know what I mean? So people see that. You know what I'm saying? In Tongan culture, we call it aranga and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a person's demeanor and you know, all that shit, bro. And I feel like a lot of the world lacks the moral compass that we still hold and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? The more people see that, you know, the better and shit, you know what I'm saying? So maybe the world will be a better place, bro. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. That's what I think it is, though, for real, though. It's just us as a whole people and just our lifestyle, man, for real.
Because how much of your Tongan culture do you obviously you take on board when you're on stage or when you're recording, but how much of your Tongan culture do you display, like proudly display, like, man, this is who I am. I'm Tongan.
Yeah, I know a lot of people be like, man, that fool act black and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is how I grew up, where I was from, you know what I'm saying? This is how we all grew up. This is the person I became. But the thing about that is, like, that's deep rooted, you know what I'm saying? I hold that with an iron fist. You know what I'm saying? That right there is always gonna be inside me and shit. So, yeah, like, no matter what, bro, I'm always represent for my peoples, man, and even our Polynesian people as a whole and shit. But you already know how prideful we get, and you know we keep that shit in us all the time and shit. So I might not show it and shit. I might not show it like people would want me to or whatever, you know what I mean? But that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to always be me, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to change for nobody. But everybody know that I'm going to always carry us in my heart wherever I'm going, no matter what and shit. So, yeah, man. Yeah, always proud, for sure. Always.
Yeah, just, you know, when thinking about good choices and bad choices, just encourage you just stay away from bass. Like,
so he does
poetic and bass. I thought you're chilling with it, but no, good.
Who was that?
Bass. Have you met Bass?
You met Bass?
Poetic?
No, I never met him.
He's one of the Usos.
One of the Usos. He's one of the boys. But he'll watch this and just say, yeah, keep away from bass.
That's crazy.
Oh, what's the coolest thing you've done since you've been here?
Damn, man. See the people.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing right there. Pulling up on the people, seeing them, you know what I'm saying, relate to me, and seeing the smiles on people's faces. Even driving down the street and looking around and seeing our people and even other people, like, just seeing the lifestyle that you guys live out here, that's the coolest thing right there. Just the New Zealand experience. That's that right there. Besides the meat pies.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Besides that too, though, you know. But I feel like just looking at how y'all live y'all lives out here and seeing the beautiful peoples out here is the coolest thing.
Cool.
It's a bit of a culture shock when you see, like, oh man, what's all the polys? There's so many polys here, man.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's crazy. It's like y'all Mexicans, where I come from, and shit. Because everywhere you see over there is Mexicans everywhere and shit. I ain't never bent the corner. Every corner I've been, I see a poly and shit. That's crazy right there. Because out there in the States, you rarely, I mean, you do see your peoples, but, like, it's not that common and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you do see each other, it's like you gotta acknowledge each other because you know what I'm saying, we hardly see each other out here and stuff, unless you at church and shit. But yeah, that's crazy, man. But I like that though. I like seeing my peoples around. Like, man, that make me feel proud of the shit that I see my folks everywhere I look around here. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the people in New Zealand.
It's cool, man. It's obviously we talked earlier on. That you haven't seen family yet. I know your family's kind of after the festival and so forth, and then you probably catch up with family later on. So I can imagine that your family's like, man, your family's like, oh man, I can't wait to catch up with the cuz. And so so in terms of family, you must have a lot of family here in New Zealand.
I got a lot. Got a lot of family, man.
Because I know the Vaka name is well known in New Zealand.
Yeah, I heard they deep as hell out here.
Because when I saw the name Vaka,
yeah, but the thing about that is, like, that's my dad's name, but I never really knew my dad's side of the family and shit. I didn't really grow up with them. Grew up on my mom's side and shit, so I really don't know a lot of them and shit. I know a few. Pulled up on some of them last night. Was a cool exchange. Actually delivered merch to them and shit, and met some family I never met before, and it was cool. Like one thing about the Tongan and Samoan culture, you can sense when it's your peoples and shit. So that was really cool and shit. But I know they deep out here. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to all the Vakas, you know what I'm saying? All my family out here, man. Ain't nothing but love, dude.
It's cool, man. Because the podcast is, the whole premise is about men and how do we help and how do we encourage and inspire our men, especially during the hard times on Toko.
Yeah.
And so obviously you've gone through some hard times, your own struggles. You've been inside, but also you've kind of changed your life around and you do some awesome stuff, some positive stuff. What do you say to some of our men, our Pali men, our Māori men who want to pursue the same career as you? Like, man, I want to do this, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't know if I have the right supports and so forth. What is some word of advice you could give to some of those young men who think, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have the support.
Man, I think you should delete the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Delete the doubt, man, because right where you started off, it's like, I don't know. Nah, bro, you gotta know and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta strap up your boots and be a man, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know how this shit go. You gotta handle your business, man. But what I would say is just keep believing in yourself, man. Have crazy belief in yourself, man, and always, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, keep God in your life and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's very important in our culture right there. You know, through the dark times and shit. But just have steady belief, man, and don't give up and shit. Don't give up, because there's too many of us that's giving up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Falling a victim to the circumstances. So, yeah, man. A real man, dog. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Handle your business, man. To me, I mold myself the fathers I had. You know what I'm saying? The men they were. You know what I'm saying? That's who I looked at. It was like, all right, I gotta fill them shoes now. You know shit. With my case, it was probably a little earlier than most and shit, but yeah. So just looking at, you know how our dads were. You know what I'm saying? There was some real men right there. They handle their business. They take care of their family and shit. You know what I'm saying? They take all the punches. They put themselves last and shit. But, you know, it's a new world now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is weird and shit. But I hold those morals right there. You know what I'm saying? As far as like a young man and shit. But yeah, that would be my best advice is you know what I'm saying? Don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself. Keep God first, man. And believe that what you have in your mind, if you really put the work in to that, then it can become a reality for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So nothing in life come easy, man. Whatever come easy won't, you know what I'm saying, it won't last. So, yeah, just keep grinding, bro. Chin up, man.
It's cool, man. Good advice, Toko. That's good advice, man.
What? Sorry. What was the best piece of advice that you've received from someone?
Let me see. Damn. I don't even know. Damn, I don't even know, bruh. Shit. Probably
Probably just too many.
Nah, it ain't even that. It's like, shit, I don't even know. Probably my mama telling me stay out of jail. Shit, that's the best advice right there. Yeah. Get my life right, man. You know what I'm saying?
But it just shows how self-determined
right.
you were.
That's what it is right there.
Like,
yeah. It was a self thing, yeah. That's really what it is though, bro. But there's been people that's giving me advice and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I probably wouldn't be the the kind of guy that would go searching for advice. That's why I think and shit. But if there's jewels somebody have, like I'm gonna peep the game and run with it though. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably why it was hard.
Yeah. So where does that self-determination come from?
I don't know, man.
Just wanting to change, just had enough.
I don't even know. It was just I was born with it, I guess. Yeah. Just self-determination, like it's just self-belief, and that's important for everyone, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just how you carry your life, man. You have to have that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, keep it pushing. Keep that shit pushing, bro.
That's cool because we hear a lot of successful people and what that 1% that makes them different from others is their mindset, like so self-determined and like just hearing you too, like and what how you're expressing yourself. It's that real self-determination to get over that self-doubt. Because man, we all humans, though.
Yeah. That creeps in all the time, every time. But you can't let that take over. You know what I'm saying? Just man. Like you got to be stronger than that. But we all human. That shit does happen to us. You just got to be stronger than that.
That's cool.
That's good, Doko. Was there ever a time, Doko, when you felt like, man, I don't know, man. There's kind of a bit of self-doubt kind of crept in, like, I don't know if I can do this. I haven't got the right support on, or maybe life is not going as I want it to go. So was there ever a time like that at one stage in your life?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I think that's an ongoing thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always going to happen to you, I feel like. But you just have to train your mind to be disciplined to where, you just keep yourself, at your steady pace and steady doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody battles with that every day when they wake up. I don't care who you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, and go back to what we were saying, like we all got choices. You know what I'm saying? You gonna choose to quit or you gonna choose to, go the hard way and keep going, bro. Keep going. And that's basically it, though, man. But there's been plenty moments, man. Like, there's been plenty moments, like in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like on the street corner or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing other people do well and then feeling like, man, what about me? You know what I'm saying? Like them moments right there is like, damn, like when is, like I know what I can offer, but it's just at that time and space, the situation wasn't there for me. But just mentally getting through that lapse, you know what I'm saying, and just pressing the reset button again. Reset. You know what I'm saying? Let me reset myself because sometimes it does get to a point where like it feels like it's too much and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but it takes a lot of determination and willpower. You know what I'm saying? You got to will that shit and tell yourself that, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let me try it again. You know what I'm saying? Let me try again. It takes a lot, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody got choices, man. I just didn't quit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that is continuing. You know what I'm saying? It's a continuing thing as a human being and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Yeah. And you're right on. I totally agree, Younger, because you're right. It can happen anytime. You can have something that can unexpectedly happen. They can kind of put you off your game or your career or whatever and bring forth some sort of struggle or hardship. But like what you said, I like you just don't give up, you don't quit. As cliche as it sounds, but it is. You just got to keep grinding. You got to keep going, and putting your best foot forward and keep moving. So, Toko, what else could, in terms of your career thus far and your music, what is the not end game, but what is the ultimate goal for you in terms of music?
Man, take care of my family, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's that's always been the main motivating factor and shit. You know what I'm saying? Retiring my mom's. and buying, you know what I'm saying, my loved ones everything they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Going on a vacation and gotta work for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? Let's take 2 months off, you know what I'm saying? Let's go cruise and shit. But I just want to be known as a different artist. Like, my sound was unique. I want to, as far as musically, I wanted to know that my sound or my style is distinctive and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell the difference with me and everyone else and shit. You know? And then it's just natural. It's a natural mindset when you're like a rapper and shit. You know what I'm saying? I pride myself as a great wordsmith. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, obviously the mindset with them is like, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's everybody that's in that realm. But for me, basically, and then I wanna impact lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? The same thing we doing right now, talking about it. It's the same shit that I put in my music. You know what I mean? And just the response of like people all over the world, you know, telling me how it affected their lives in a positive way, bro. That's, you know, that's worth more than money right there. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, you can potentially affect and change and save people's lives and stuff in that manner. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Yeah, I get pure joy from that right there.
Cool, man. That's awesome, cool.
Just thinking, like, knowing what you know now also, and just imagine the 15-year-old you sitting right here.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to him?
Nigga, don't stop being a dumbass. Stop trying to follow that shit that you going down the dark road, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, all the shit that your parents used to tell you becomes true. But you think you know it all at that age and shit. But, you know, some people gotta go touch the fire to realize that it's hot and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and probably I'll tell him the same shit I said earlier about anybody who's thinking about quitting or something like that. Like, just keep pushing, bro. You got this. You know what I'm saying? You got it, bro. But yeah, that's probably what I tell him. And stop being stupid, bro. Stop being a dumbass out here.
That's cool. And then 5 years' time, where do you see yourself?
5 years? Ooh, that's a great question, bro. Man, I see myself, you know what I'm saying, gaining the success that I'm aspiring for now and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I see myself, man, I don't even know. No, I see myself, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that I plan on doing, which is, you know, steady building this business, steady putting out great content, taking it step by step, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to cheat no processes. You know, we going to take it step by step and, you know, sag it out all the way through, bro. So I see success in 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
You got this, man.
Yeah,
man.
Can't wait to interview you in 5 years' time.
With your 5 Grammys, man.
Nah, for sure, bro. We gonna take a note of that, man. 5 years time, bro. We gonna come back on the same podcast, bro. And we gonna catch up, man.
That's cool, man. That's
cool.
It's
That's awesome. Because I can imagine, Toko, you obviously get a lot of props and a lot of people loving and a lot of love from our people, but I can also imagine some of our own people. And and you know what it is. Sometimes our own people can be our worst enemies in terms of like, hating on us, hating on certain individuals and so forth. How do you deal with all that kind of stuff when you get some people who are commenting, a lot of the haters are coming in, oh, this is not good. What do you do with those guys? Or those folks?
I mean, that shit don't really affect me though. You know what I'm saying? unless you try to physically harm me, it's not gonna affect me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got thick skin, bro. A lot of that stuff I don't even pay attention to. You know what I mean? But the crazy part about it is like, I really don't be receiving no shit like that. That's you know what I'm saying? For the most part, which is crazy, is like we get so much love, positive responses off of the stuff that we do. And I look at that and shit, you know what I'm saying? I try to shine the light on that right there. I don't want to focus on what somebody else is saying about me because, yeah, this shit ain't true. And, yeah, man, it's like you chasing a ghost or something, bro. Like, just let it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't pay attention to none of that, bro. But, yeah, that's how I deal with it, bro. Man. I pay it no mind.
It's cool. I like you said that because I know for some folks, some people, man, just you can get 100 and thousands of positive comments.
They'll focus on the two bad ones.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And fuck they whole shit up. Like fuck they day up, all that, bro. But hey, everybody's different, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But it's a testament to your strong mind, your mind power and your mindset. It is, and what I've gained or garnered from tonight, Toko, is that your mindset, you're strong. Your self-belief, because we have to believe in ourselves, right. Even when the odds are against us. Your self-belief, but also your drive, your drive, Toko, for you to keep carrying on. Obviously, some of the hardships in the past, but you're still here. You're still representing, man. You're representing our people of Tonga, the kingdom of Tonga, but also yourself and your family. Yeah. And so I love the fact that you carry on and you're here. You're here in Aotearoa, and you're right. I looked at all the comments, I see all your clips, and I read all the comments. Toko, you get a lot of love. People are loving it, man. People are vibing to your music, man. And so, man, props to you, man. Props to you, and carry on with the amazing work that you do.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's nothing but love, baby.
Yeah, man. Just grateful to have you on tonight. Toko, you don't know us, and but we're so grateful for the connect and just you being able to come through and show some love to our people, because most of our audience are Māori and PI, and no doubt that whoever's watching will like take a lot of gems out of what you've shared, and you never know, there might be someone that was in your similar situation that was like, man, okay, I just got to change my mindset, got to self-belief. And you even mentioned God. And so this, God's worked in your life and still working through, and we're just excited to have met you. We're excited for the festival that's coming, and you're in the prime time as well. So look forward to me going through some of that security, jumping on stage, and then getting thrown off. But we're just so cool, man. Just to have you here and share a bit of your experience and sharing your heart. And we honestly look forward to where the journey takes you. Well, you always got family here when you're in NZ. Come through, and hopefully we get to catch up again, Toko, in a few years' time. And
you know what? Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for sharing y'all platform, welcoming me in, and just for the great conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my boy Poetic for throwing that alley-oop and setting this up, you know what I'm saying, get us in contact with the folks out here. So, you know what I'm saying, just out here living the New Zealand life while I'm here, man. So, thank y'all, man. Much love and support, man, always, dog.
Oh, man, Mano, Pito, Toko. I tell you what, a lot of our Tongan people are going to be watching. Yeah, represent. Yeah, they're going to be going to the
MMT.
Yeah. Mate, they're going to be going harder. Yeah. And you're probably going to get a lot of new cousins. That's my cousin. That's my cousin. That's my family, man.
Those are the comments you got to watch out for.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's my cousin.
There's only so much merch you can give out.
Yeah. Family got to pay too, man.
They should, man. They should be supporting
you. If they really your family, they want to support you.
Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah. But also thank you to our lovely tahinis out there. The sisters, thank you for coming out as well. Yep. Appreciate it. But Toko, Mad props to you. Mad props to you. All the best with your endeavours, and also all the best for the
man. Likewise, bro. Likewise, I hope you guys get to where you guys have in mind, and only you guys know that, man. So keep on pushing, bro. That's the theme of the day.
Oh man,
yes sir, yes sir.
Malo toko.
Offers.
Oh yeah, off atu toko. But toko, we always have a gift. We got a gift for our guests.
Oh damn, man.
Yes, we always
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we always do a caricature, a cartoon of our guest. And so on behalf of the Mandate team, toko, this is for you.
Man. Oh boy. I appreciate that, bro.
Oh man. No, malo pito toko.
Malo pito, man. Ofatu.
Thank you so much, toko.
Yup.
Young girl, is there anyone you can think of on the top of your head, like, oh man, that would be ideal to come on the podcast? Anyone? Even if it's someone, I don't know, maybe in the States or maybe in New Zealand.
Man, who should come on this podcast, bro?
Cardi B.
Oh yeah. You want Cardi B to come? He want it for all wrong reasons. Probably I don't know, man. Get my boy Kenyon Brown in here, man. DJ Noise and the whole camp.
DJ Noise, yeah.
Get them in here, man. They great folks, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, malo toko. We always So awesome. But we always give our guests the last word. Any last words of encouragement for our men out there?
Man, like I said, man, strap your boots down, handle your business, do your thing, always believe in yourself and never give up, man. That's it.
Mano. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're looking forward to your well-thought-out comments. And as usual, Togo,
refine,
unlock,
and take charge.
Mandate.